EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Detroit and Ford Field, the home of the Lions. Who will represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl? We're about to find out as off we go in the NFC title game. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. First carry here for Kyron Williams. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
And I think this is something we're going to see a lot here tonight. The ability to use this run game to really set the tone coming out here for this offense.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for first and 10. They'll go again with Williams. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here. Second and a yard. It's another run here for Williams. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
On play action, here's Hurts. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. Williams gets it from the pistol.
That's That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
On first down, right back to Williams. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They send Edwards in motion. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Eagles. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. It is a big play there for the Lions. 39 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Second down and 8. They'll look to throw. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Detroit. On now, Cade York for the point after. His kick is good. And the Lions come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Hurts looking to throw on first down. Second and a yard. On the ground, this is Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Hurts to the air on first down. Now he'll run.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. They run over center with Williams. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. One quarter down. Set to go now on first and 10. Here's Hurts. They'll go underneath to Komet on the screen. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Looks like a design run. Hurts has it, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
It is third and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Philadelphia.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
First down, it is Williams. And he'll be taken down.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. They'll run. It's Williams. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do you do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on second and goal. In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Call it Motown, call it the Motor City. To Lions fans, this is home. Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Who will represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl? We're about to find out as off we go in the NFC title game. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
Off the play fake. Hurts. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Brian Branch.
We talked at the start of the game, Mike, the energy in this stadium, and now after that early turnover, it's certainly not going to help quiet this crowd. They clearly came into this game facing an uphill battle, and they've made it here even harder on themselves with that early turnover.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They hand it to Gibbs. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. This one caught at the 4. And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be 1st and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. Trying to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown Lions. On now, Cade York for the point after. He's got it. And the Lions will take the early advantage. They lead 7-0 in this NFC title game. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. Not much happening there. Just a short game. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, Hurts. Look wide, get this one complete. And he's going to be running out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line. They'll have a 1st down. It's a gain of 28.
Well, sometimes as a play caller, it's pretty easy. Get the ball into the hands of your best players. In this case, a wide receiver screen. Get it to him quick, get some blockers out in front, let him do the rest after the catch, and he picks up the 1st down.
He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. Here comes 3rd down. Hurts will work here from the pistol.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Now it's Williams. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Man in motion is Smith. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He'll get this out to his running back. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done. On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This one from 39 yards out. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. That's over the middle, taken in by Laporta. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screen play.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
And now with that stop on 2nd and goal, the defense really flips the advantage to their own favor. 3rd and goal from this length. I think now they can play a lot more pass-heavy defense and not be so concerned with the run game.
These last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. He will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Here's Smith to return it. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. And he's going to be taken down, but a marker is on the field, and we need to check this call. Man in motion is Smith. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
A first down throw for Hurts. They'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, as the clock will stop at 45 seconds to go until halftime. 3rd and long for Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Laporta open on the left side. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll send it downfield for Laporta.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple of possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum, because so far they've come out hot in this one.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A huge play just before the half. 32 yards. They'll look to throw yet again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And At this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on second down. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This from 34 yards. York's kick is good. The Lions tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Lions 17, Eagles 3.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Now a give to Gibbs running right. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall.
And he will get into the end zone. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions. Now it's York for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Lions extend to a 24-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. To the air on first down. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Komet. His first catch of this NFC Championship game. Good enough for a first down. Here's a handoff to Williams. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now it's Hurts. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to be third down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions. Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
On fourth down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Here comes the screen to Jones. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
I like the call. Using the screen as a drive starter to pick up a chunk play and get this offense into some rhythm. It's clear this offensive play caller anticipated the rush of the defense, and he was able to use it against them.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting and waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Once again, it's Gibbs. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. He'll look to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A nice throw there by the rookie, and he earns his guys a first down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Here's Gibbs. A second effort, and he is in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. York now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions will extend his third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
And this is what happens when you compare a really good pass rush with a really stingy secondary. Marrying the two together, not only to change his launch point, but not give the quarterback anywhere to go with the ball.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. It's the tight end, Komet. They'll get 19 out of that play. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. To the air again. Hurts. He'll go right back to Komet. He's got it again. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. One quarter remains. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Hurts. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. That sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, leads to a sack.
And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Gibbs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll let the fullback try to push the pile. And he's going to have the first down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. So after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up.
And he will score. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. They've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And this drive is over before it can start. Swallow up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Taking a shot downfield for Smith. Incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. They'll wind up giving the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. Second down and 8. On the give, it's Jones. He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to 3rd down. They run it once more with Jones.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Back to crown the NFC champion after this. Here's the Lions punt team now. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Hurts. Quick throw, taken in. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Man in motion is Smith. Third and short, and Hurts will throw.
Third and short, you think this ball's expected to come out quick, but when all the receivers were taken away, he decides to make a break for it. He doesn't get a whole lot, but what he gets is just enough to move the chains.
A first down throw for Hurts. Open man downfield is Brown. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These could be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start. You can just see the frustration of the defender. You see him get off the quarterback. He's like, man, hold that ball for one tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. You can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll bring up second and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. So it's a win here for the Lions. As their fans will celebrate, they claim the George Halas Trophy, champions of the NFC. Next stop, the Super Bowl. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson.